Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. EQ Nostalgia here, and I want to talk to you guys about Resident Evil Resistance. Here's a game that nobody asked for. Here's a game that a lot of people are really salty over, myself included, while I was. And then I played it and I found out, hey, this is actually a pretty decent game. I'm not into PvP, folks. It's not my thing. I used to be. I was a huge SOCOM fan, and I just loved PvP. I'm not anymore. I prefer co-op and single player. People change, you get older, your tastes change. It's just the way that it is. And then you have to couple that with the fact that I'm an Outbreak fan who's been asking for Outbreak HD for years. You know, I will take a new Outbreak with the RE engine in the same style as Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake. That would be great for me. I know there's a lot of people who are like, no, just give us the fixed camera. I'd take that too. I'd love that. Either one is good. Just give us some attention here. We've been begging for years. It's a game that came out at a very unopportune time on the PlayStation 2 with a network adapter that many people didn't even know existed. So it didn't do that well. And today I really think that it would do a lot better. That doesn't seem to matter to Capcom though. And this is going to sound like a rant because this is part rant and part love letter, I guess. Because I do enjoy this game, which is odd to me. But at the same time, I'm pissed off at Capcom. Because they just keep coming out with these online games that nobody's asking for. It doesn't make any sense to me. They're like, oh, hey, you guys want Operation Raccoon City? No, we don't want it. And it flopped and off it went. You'd think right there they'd learn their lesson. They outsourced to another developer for an online title that nobody asked for, nobody played it, nobody cared. But then they did it again. They did it again. What? And then they turn around and, folks, they did it again with this one. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, is there a CEO over there who just throws a bunch of shit on a board and flings darts at it? Because it doesn't make any sense. Capcom is a mystery to me. It seems like they nail things that people want, and then they just kind of go off and do their own willy-nilly nonsense. And I have to say, this is a pretty fun game. I'm not into asymmetrical games, not into PvP, really. But this is fun. It's fun because it's got just that little bit of Resident Evil that you like, looking around for things and trying to escape, which kind of brings the Outbreak flair, but not really. I mean, you're working together. Everybody's kind of got their own role. That's the Outbreak part of it. You're trying to escape. But the levels are smaller, you know. You don't get to fight any real bosses aside from when the players, the mastermind plays as one. Which is really cool, by the way. If you're playing a mastermind, it's really fun to play as these characters. But it's just not doing that well. It's not doing that well because nobody asked for it, and because there's really no visibility for it. You can't purchase the game on its own. It's tied to Resident Evil 3. So you either play it with Resident Evil 3, and most people who bought Resident Evil 3 don't want this game. They want Outbreak. They don't care about this game. So they don't even know, or they don't even care that they have it, and it's a separate install. It's not like you play Resident Evil 3 and there it is. You have to install this separately, at least on PC. I'm not positive how it is on consoles. But on PC, this game is dying quickly. It started with about 4,500 players. It's down to like 1,200 today. It's just dropping off. And it's going to continue to drop off because, well, nobody really asked for it. And I don't think that Capcom's ever really going to support it. And that's the sad reality, is that when Capcom releases an online game, they'll give you a few characters, you know, some skins or whatever, maybe a couple of maps and maybe one balance patch or something like that, and they're gone. They don't come back. They've got a roadmap for this leading all the way up to July, which is great. But I still don't think they're going to really invest in this, which in my opinion is a shame because they've got something here. They've got something with potential. And if they were to work on it, I mean, could you imagine? They brought out Albert Wesker, right? That would be incredible. People love Wesker. They bring out Leon and Claire as playable survivors. You could really go pretty far with this title. It's a lot of fun. It can be frustrating because, you know, it's an asymmetrical game. If you're getting whooped, it's frustrating, especially if you're the mastermind, because it's just you. And a good team will handle you quickly. They know where the objectives are for the most part, where they spawn anyway, because it's randomized. They know the map. They know how to deal with certain situations, and if you're not a leveled up mastermind, they're just going to roll over you, which is part of the problem with this game. You start off with a very weak Annette Birkin, which is just a great character. I've always liked her. You get to play as Birkin, and it's still a lot of fun, but man, her deck that she starts with is absolute garbage. Part of the problem is that this game has a leveling system that when you start, you're just going to get handled until you get the grasp of things. It's not just map awareness. That's a big enough hurdle for you to get over, is map awareness, right? And learning your characters and what they do. But then that's exasperated by the fact that all of these other things have to be done. You have to level up to get all of these equipment pieces for your character and all this, well, not pieces, but the equipment for your character and skills and things. And same thing for the mastermind. So it can be really frustrating, and I predict it's going to be dead unless they support it. Now, consoles I hear are doing a little bit better. There's just not as much to play on a console as PC. People are playing all sorts of different things on PC. They're not going to stick around. And Resident Evil has always inherently been a console-based thing, really, anyways. I'm not saying there's not fans on PC, but you guys get where I'm coming from here. So here's a title that I'm surprised by. It's actually pretty fun. It's not complete butt cheeks, but nobody asked for it. People want Outbreak. And there's rumors going around. The rumors about Outbreak never stop. I don't even cover them anymore. I stopped. I learned my lesson. But people are saying, hey, this might lead to another Outbreak. It looks like this is kind of a stepping stone. I agree. This could definitely be a stepping stone to Outbreak. And if they don't give us an Outbreak, they're out of their minds. Okay, because there's definitely an audience for it there. It's just strange. They've been dropping these Outbreak hints since Resident Evil 7. I think we had that article with Alyssa when you picked up the newspaper. Alyssa Ashcroft had written it. And then in Resident Evil 2, you've got Elliot. You see him get torn up. So that's kind of an Easter egg there. I don't think he was in the... I'm positive he wasn't in the original Resident Evil 2. So they brought him in and said, oh, hey, remember him? He's an Outbreak character. Yeah, I remember him. Can I get an Outbreak game now, Capcom? No. We're going to do Resident Evil 3. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 comes out. You go into the pharmacy, and they talk about the university and the Daybreak. They talk about Daybreak, which is the cure for the virus in Resident Evil Outbreak 1. So they're dropping all these little hints. And at this point, it's not cute anymore. I think people are just kind of getting pissed off. It's like, yeah. We remember Outbreak, Capcom. How about you make one? That'd be great. So I guess to summarize this ridiculous rambling video, nobody in the Resident Evil community wanted this, and this game is tied to Resident Evil 3. Now, there might be an audience for this game in the asymmetrical crowd, but they're not about to buy Resident Evil 3 for $60 to play this game. And if they do, man, I feel really, really bad for them because they're probably not going to get the longevity they expect. This game should have been released as a free-to-play title or, $15, something like that, whatever. Just get it out there. Let people see that it's there. Let them play it without it being tied to a game where the core audience doesn't give a crap about it. Let's be honest. So yeah, PC numbers are bad. Console guys, maybe you can chime in and let me know. For me, a match takes a good while. Survivors get in pretty quick, but the Mastermind, man, I've sat there for like 20 minutes. It takes forever. And when you sit there for 20 minutes and then you just get handled by a high-level group, it feels really bad. So those are my thoughts, folks, on the anomaly that is Resident Evil Resistance. I want to hear from you now down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about this, and I'm going to let the footage keep rolling, so, just sit there and watch it, or don't. Take off. I'm pretty trash at it, actually. Thank you all for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.
Do not think you have achieved anything. I have more traps ahead.
I will find you again!
cannot blind a god. I am waiting for your death. Not long now. I saved her. Stolen her. Not even close.
Everyone feeling better?
Stand on the knife edge of humanity.
The reek of the undead fills the air, triggering your body's fear responses. Icy fingers, death reach towards you. Let them chill your heart.
You've had 'em all out of fire.
So archaic. Guns have their uses. This is rightfully mine. Brave rats trying to outsmart their captor. Your mortal life has ended. The data I harvest will live on.
my gaze for long.
Don't fuck with me!
wonderful that you are driven to return to them? What awaits you out there that surmounts being in my presence?
Is there an enemy here?
Talk, tick, talk. Final breaths. Your life. Worthless.
Run, as fast as you could. But it wasn't fast enough now, was it?